Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, salam kebajikan, sampurasun, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to fourth international webinar held by Master Innovation Team from Bandung Digital Technology University. My name is Deandra Yasmi, and today I'll be your moderator for this webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the issue of a global recession that is infamous in various news and medias, which has become a hot topic of conversation brought in society, our President Joko Widodo has given a subtle warning in his speech during the BUMN Startup Day in 2022. He stated that international institutions have claimed 2022 is an arduous year and have predicted that next year may be urgent than present. We cannot deny that the growth of the digital economy today has a positive impact on every level of society post-pandemic, especially in Indonesia due to decoupling. Thus, it will be discussed thoroughly in this webinar with the outcome to encourage all of us so that we have positive perspective and action in facing with dubious and emasculate issues such as 2023 global recession and all kinds of economic threats may occur in the future. This webinar is accompanied by professional keynote speakers who have competence in their fields, will be addressing the issue aforementioned in their perspective to all of us in this international webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you our international webinar theme, Positive Effect of Digital Economy Growth. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, let me inform several rules regarding to the international webinar. 1. Zoom access is open 30 minutes before the event starts. 2. To obtain the certificate, international webinar participants must cite the attendance list that will be given at the end of the seminar. 3. The participant ID in this webinar must use real full name and not a nickname. 4. Participants must wear neat and polite clothes during the webinar. 5. Participants are expected to use a virtual background which has been provided by the committee. As for phone user, please make sure that you are in quite well-lit room or place. During the webinar, participants must turn on the camera or on-cam. Please use Descend non-voyeur photo in your Zoom profile if you have any trouble with on-cam during session. 7. Participants must turn off the sound or mute during material deliverance by keynote speakers. 8. The most interesting questions will get a door prize from the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to National Anthem Indonesia Raya.
Di sana aku berdiri.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of the committee, Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, SPDI, to deliver his opening speech in this webinar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang terhormat Rektor Universitas Teknologi Digital sekaligus Ketua Umum Aptisi Pusat, Bapak Dr. Insinyur Haji Muhammad Budi Jatmiko, MSI, MEI. Yang saya hormati Dr. Insinyur Eka Purwanda, SEMSI, sebagai Ketua Program Studi Magister Manajemen Inovasi Bandung, Indonesia. Yang saya hormati dan saya muliakan narasumber Ibu Dr. Rosidah Kamarul Zaman dari Malaysia dan Bapak Hadi Sutrisno SEMM CHA dari Indonesia. Yang saya hormati para dosen dan seluruh sivitas akademik Universitas Teknologi Digital Bandung, Indonesia. Yang saya hormati rekan-rekan mahasiswa-mahasiswi Magister Manajemen Inovasi Universitas Teknologi Digital Bandung, Indonesia. Dan yang saya hormati dan saya banggakan para peserta webinar internasional pada pagi hari ini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 4th International Webinar held by Master Innovation Team from Bandung Digital Technology University. My name is Taufik Wahyudin, and I will ask the chairman of committee for this webinar. We thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the blessing of His wish. We can hold an international webinar with the theme positive effect of digital economy. Salawat are extended to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his family and people until the end of time. This international webinar is a series of webinars held by students of the Master of Innovation Management, University of Digital Technology, Bandung, Indonesia. Hopefully, this activity will be a motivation for us, especially academic and business actor wherever you are. And I would like to thank the webinar participants who have registered and attended, and Alhamdulillah, the participants of this webinar are many persons from Malaysia, Philippines, India, Vietnam, Timor Leste, Tarim, Hadramaut, Yaman, Swiss, and other countries that I cannot mention. This proves that the theme of this international webinar is very cool to discuss. I say to the committee who are already excited to hold this event, and I would like to thank the sponsor, include especially bentarnews.com, who published this event, Lentera Sunah, Galaxy Computer, Bandung Wallpaper, and IMS Jordan Toy Store, and which helped make this event a success. And finally, I say to thank the participants who attended either via Zoom or live streaming YouTube. Successful. One last word. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, SPDI, for the splendid welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head of Postgraduate Innovation Management Department of the Bandung Digital Technology University, Mr. Dr. Insinyur Eka Purwanda, SA, MSI, to deliver his opening speech in this webinar.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, I'd like to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for giving us the blessing so that we could hold this activity. Because of this mercy, we are sitting in this opening event in good health. I'd like to say my thanks for Rector of Head of Digital Technology University, Professor Dr. Haji Budi Jatmiko, MSc, MAE. The first speaker, Dr. Rasidah Kamarul Zaman, lecturer and head of University Technology Sarawak, Malaysia. The second speaker in this webinar is Hadi Sutrisno, SAMM, CHA, the director of PT Mutu Pesona Indonesia. The head of committee, Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, SA, SPDI, moderator, Din Rayasmi, Din Rayasmi, SS, MPUM, lecturer and academic, and all participants present. Ladies and gentlemen, currently the Indonesian government is serious about developing the digital economy. The digital economy is an economic activity in cyberspace that occurs due to the emergence of digital technology today. Example are online motorcycle taxis or Lazada. In the past, this economy was often called the internet economy. The change in the era from the internet economy era to the digital economy era shows that the economy is increasingly complex. The emergence of the digital economy today has required that every activity be carried out better, faster, and easier. Continuous innovation is needed because in the current era of digital economy, there are many disruptions, namely companies that have progressed are easily crushed by emerging companies. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to say that Digital Technology University, or we can call Digitech University, was born in September 2022, is a merger of STS Tembi, Amikhas, Amik Tegal, and 4 new study programs, namely Visual Communication Design, Industrial Engineering, Informatics, and Law. Finally, hopefully, this webinar event will be successful and the Digitech University will get a good response from the public. Thank you. That's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Insinyur R.K. Purwanda, MSc, for the splendid welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Rector of the Bandung Digital Technology University, Mr. Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Budi Jatmiko, MSc, MAE, to deliver his opening speech in this webinar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Dr. Rasidah Kamaruzzaman from the University of Technology Sarawak, Malaysia, and Bapak Hadi Sutrisno and Bapak Dian Rai Syami. Good morning and greeting on behalf of the Digital Technology University. Thank you to all participants, especially the organizing committee and resource person who have been present to fill the international seminar with the theme positive, effective of digital economic growth. I hope that today's seminar will give birth to new thought and new perspective on digital presence that will head our nation in the world with the arrival of the latest technology. I know that the speaker are people who have experience in their fields. This will be able to provide real support for the knowledge that will be obtained for seminar participant. Finally, I wish you a happy seminar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and smooth for today event. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Budi Jatmiko, MSc, MAE, for the splendid welcoming speech. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start on our panel discussion for our international webinar, let me kindly inform you about our first keynote speaker's biography. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to recap our video that was shown today. Mrs. Dr. Rasidah Kamarul Zaman is currently working in University Technology Sarawak, Malaysia as a head of technology management. She is also a senior lecturer with her specialization in management, human resource, international business, and management information systems. During 2019 until 2021, she was a trainer for Unit Pembangunan Kontraktor dan Pembekal Sarawak Digital Marketing. She was also actively involved in Asia Institute of Finance as a research manager, with her responsibilities such as conducting focus group seminar or workshop and ensuring the research design and analysis and interpretation of result fulfill the industry's need. Her brilliant performance led her on promotion as BT permanent staff and as a stand-in resolution team managers when some were on leave. During 2020 until 2021, she was a team leader for 2 research grants, one each for Shared Prosperity Vision 2030 under University College of Technology Sarawak with the value 11,500 ringgit Malaysia. And second is for Sarawak tourism impact on local communities and way forward under Sarawak Tourism Board with the value 49,940 ringgit Malaysia. She has published many journals. The recent journals in 2021 with the title Effect on Personal Value and Involvement on Consumer Attitude Towards Price Discount Sales Promotion Journal of Sciences and Humanities is published in the International Journal of Entrepreneurship and Innovation And does innovation capability improve SMA performance in Malaysia? The mediating effect of technology adoption is published in the International Journal of Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Let us greet our first keynote speaker from University of Technology Sarawak, Head of Technology Management Department, Mrs. Dr. Rasidah Kamarul Zaman. Mrs. Rasidah, time is yours.
Thank you very much, the chairman. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to the first one is to Bapak Rektor Digitech University, Dr. H.M. Budi Jatmiko, and then also to Pak Hadi Sutrisno selaku speaker kedua, Pak Din Rayasmi selaku moderator, Pak Jujun Junaidi selaku ketua pelaksana, bapa-bapa dan ibu-ibu dosen dan juga mahasiswa program studi Magister Management Inovasi Digitech University yang saya hormati sekalian. Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you, all right, for inviting me to this international webinar, and I really hope that I can share my experience as well as my knowledge towards the international webinar today. And at the end, feel free to ask questions if you have questions concerning the digital economy, the positive impact, okay, of the digital economic growth. Okay, without further ado, okay, I will start my what do you call that? The international webinar today. Okay, and today I would like to start with the what do you call that? The definitions of the digital economy, and then share about what is the digital economy all about. And then after that, we are going to look at what will be the positive impact, and then also to take a few companies, right, in Indonesia with their successfulness in digital economy, and finally moving forward with the digital economy. All right, next slide, please. Okay. What is digital economy? All right, digital economy, okay, a simple one is actually, this is the hyperconnectivity or the increased interconnectivity of people, organizations and machines as a result of the internet, mobile technologies, and also the Internet of Things. Okay, if we are talking when this what do you call that, this digital economy started, it's actually started start to rise in 1995, whereby at that point of time there is the advances in the technology and also with the advances in communications. Okay, so this is when the digital economy starts to derive, right? Digital economy is actually the productions, the adoptions and innovations of digital technologies and services in relations to socio-economic functions to improve, okay, wealth generations, productivity of the organizations, and also at the same time is to improve the quality of life, okay, by the public and private sectors. Okay. Digital economy is actually referring, okay, to the use of information technology in order to create or to adapt, okay, the market or consume goods and services. Okay, this includes, okay, everything from the digital banking, the e-commerce, the educations, particularly the virtual educations, the usage of the smartphones, and also the collaborations platforms. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, This is actually the report, okay, from the what do you call that? The Southeast Asian Digital Economy, whereby the economy, right, report shows that the digital markets of Southeast Asia is estimated to grow, okay, to more than 200 billion by 2025. Okay, multiplied by more than 6 from 31 billions in 2015. All right, so Google and Temasek, okay, a Singaporean state-owned investment company, is collaborated in coming up with this what do we call a report. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, the new report claims that the Southeast Asian region's digital economy could be worth more than 200 billion this year alone, which is in 2022. Okay, this is the number is actually also contributed, okay, by the rapid adoptions of digital economy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Having said so, meaning to say, okay, the report stated that actually during the COVID-19, okay, they saw the rise, okay, of the usage of the digital economy due to the movement control order that has been adopted by most of the countries. So most of the consumers, okay, at that point of time, started from 2020, they turn into online to do all their what do you call that, all their shopping, all their educations, even health also, they has turned into the digital technologies. So this is the reason why the reason why the increase of the digital economy for the past 2 years, right? And then Southeast Asian according to this report of stated that the 6th largest and most digitally connected economy in Southeast Asia is Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, and Vietnam. Okay, having said so, Singapore is actually on the top of the list, okay, for the most digitally connected economies in the Southeast Asian regions. Okay. And then the digital economy is actually expected to grow twice as fast as GDP, okay, in most of the Southeast Asian countries, and this could reach up to 1 trillion, okay, dollar by the 2030 if the full potentials of the digital economy is being unlocked. Okay, so with that, okay, the digital economy has been said, okay, in the report saying that it has actually created 160,000 high-skilled jobs, and indirectly, actually, it supports nearly 30 million jobs, while platforms have enabled over 20 million merchants, okay, and 6 million restaurants growing their business online. So this is actually a huge number, all right? So if we are talking about like 20 years ago, this is not happening, because yes, even though the digital economy started in 1995, but at that point of time, we can see that a lot of companies, a lot of restaurants, they are still using the what do you call that, the physical businesses. But with the advances in the technology, okay, we saw that a lot of companies, restaurants, even pharmaceuticals, okay, they has turned into online, okay, and then use some platforms, okay, to do their businesses. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so now we are discussing on the major characteristic in the digital economy, right? Actually, what the major characteristic in digital economies here that I can discuss is that first of all, because of these businesses has gone global, okay, so now it's far important for the companies, right, for the not only for the companies but also for the for the customers, okay, to get the products, okay, from everywhere around the world. So there's no more boundaries, there's no more borders. All right. So this is the reason why digital economy has become very successful nowadays. Okay, and then with that also, okay, with the speed of the internet as well as the information overload, this is another factor that is making digital economy is successful. Okay, because now when we said about the information, all right, previously when we are talking about the business, all right, 20 years ago, the information usually is held by the seller only. All right, but now, okay, this what do you call that? This the scenario has changed, okay, because of this information, okay, not only held by the seller but also by the buyer, right? So this is the reason why, okay, digital economy is becoming very successful, because previously, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to use both languages here. Okay, even though I am not very good in Bahasa Indonesia, but I will try to speak a little bit of Bahasa Indonesia as well, right? Because and in order for me to explain further, okay. So dulu, right, what we know is that when we have like satu pihak sahaja yang mempunyai information, right? Jadi ekonomi dipegang oleh seller sahaja, alright? Di mana kepentingan consumer tiada di situ. Tetapi dengan adanya digital economy sekarang ni, consumer also they will know, okay, whether the products that they are buying is actually the products that they I mean high quality, because now they already have the information, for example, like where is the products coming from, what is the products made of, because last time, okay, when we are talking about 20 years ago, this is not happening, all right? 20 years ago, everything is on the hand of the seller. All right. So this is when the seller can actually, how do you say, set the price. Okay, so that the consumer have to pay without having to make their own decisions. But now, seller has become very smart, whereby they can go online first. Okay, check on the information, whether the information, whether the products that they need is actually the correct products with the right price, right? So that's why we say that the speed and the information overload also is helping the digital economy. And then now we are looking at, how do you say, a lot of new business models, okay? Example, last time when we are talking about we just take an example of a library, okay? Last time, a library is whereby, okay, you go to the library, right? And then you read the books from there. If the book is not there, then you will ask the person inside the library whether who is having the books at that point of time. But now everything has changed, because with the slide is not on. Never mind, I use my own slide. Okay, with what happened now is that, okay, this business model has been changed, because nowadays people can just go through the online, okay, and then see whether the books is there or not. So this is the same thing for the businesses, right? Last time they do not have this opportunity, okay, this new opportunity whereby they can sell everything online. Right, the business model is the same business model whereby the customer walk into the shop and then buy the products and go home. But now no longer, because in terms of the business models, okay, they can change the business model, right? Instead of becoming one particular business, now they can embark on few businesses. So that's why I mentioned here that another major characteristic of digital economy is the new business model and also new opportunities, because every day we can see opportunities, okay, for the businesses to enter into the business and also to join another types of businesses. All right. Same goes to the digitized organizations. If we are talking about 20 years ago, all right, a lot of companies, they are just how to say, they are just brick and mortar organizations. Okay, there is no online businesses, but now more and more companies is going has transformed their organization to become digitalized because of they wanted to at least have the share of the digital economy, because those companies that is still reluctant to change on their model, okay, reluctant to use digitalize, all right. So these companies is actually dying off, right? Because they know, all right, if they want to get the share of the market, they need to join the digital economy bandwagon. Okay, with the digital economy also, right, this has actually promoting the innovations and creativity among the businesses, right? Because they need to think on a very fast pace, okay? Because the businesses now has changed, the landscape of the business has changed, right? So in order for them to get the market share, okay, to enjoy the market share from the customer, they need to be innovative. Okay, that's why we saw that a lot of coffee shops now has changed, all right, from the traditional coffee shop. Now they become something that is a hybrid coffee shop, all right. Same goes to the restaurant, all right. With the restaurant, okay, they can have like a bookstore as well, all right. Gym, all right, the what do you call that, gym, people go there, okay, to exercise, but at the same time they can also wind down, all right, in the gym area, because they need to be innovative, right? They can no longer just give one kind of businesses. If not, the businesses will definitely die. Okay, so and now a lot of markets has moved online. Okay, take for example, all right, we can see a lot of how do you say that, a lot of companies now they are moving online already. We can see, all right, a lot of people that is selling their products on Facebook, all right, on the Instagram, and then on TikTok as well, okay, and also on LinkedIn, right? And then this media, okay, this social media is also, okay, being used as a marketing, what do you call that, a marketing arm for the companies, all right? So that's why you can see that a lot of companies now, they are not spending a lot of money on the traditional marketing, what do you call that, marketing arms, marketing tools, but now they are spending a lot of money to go online, all right? Even, okay, some companies, all right, they are doing educations, health, okay, gym, right, from online, okay. They don't have to have a place, okay, for them to like to have a proper gyms, but now they can just have like the tools to go online, and then they can start doing their business already in hiring people to go to the to do their fitness, right? So this is an example of the major characteristics in the digital economy. Okay, next slide please. Thank you. All right, so digital economy has been known with a lot of names, okay. One of them is actually a smart economy. So why do we call it as a smart economy? Because digital economy is based on social, okay, the social platform. We have a lot of social platforms nowadays, until I cannot keep trace already, okay, so many of the social platform. We have the Facebook, like I mentioned just now, the Instagram, the TikToks, the LinkedIn, Twitter, all right? So this is all the platform that is being fully utilized by businesses, okay, to actually create value for their business, okay? And then, of course, okay, the next thing under the smart economy is mobile, right? A lot of customer is actually using mobile at this point of time. In 1 second, all right, according to the what do you call it, the data I have, right? Sorry, is there questions? Okay, all right. So there is a latest data saying that in 1 second, actually at least, okay, half a million of people is actually online, Okay, I'm sorry, I did not have that in my slide, but actually 500,000 people is online browsing a lot of platforms of social media. All right, so with this actually saying that as a seller, all right, you need this advantage of having a lot of consumers online, right, to promote the products online. So this is why we call the digital economy as a smart economy. All right, and then you can see that a lot of apps is on the rise at this point of time. Okay, a lot of people is either selling the apps or using the apps. All right, so this is part of the digital economy as well. All right, some of the companies, they are actually giving a free apps, but if the customer wanted a premium apps, then they have to pay. Okay, so actually the customer, okay, without their knowledge, right, they actually has consumed on your products. So that is why, right, that is why we call it as a smart economy, because the seller is actually can trick the customer, right, in buying more of their products, right? And digital economy is actually a real-time economy. What we mean by real-time economy is that, okay, whatever feedback, reviews, productions of the sorry, not production, consumptions of the products is actually happening in real time. All right, if we are talking about 20 years ago, all right, the customer, they have to go and purchase the product first. They have to go to the shop, okay, buy the products, and then bring back, use the products, and then they have to go back to the shops, okay, if they wanted to give a feedback or their reviews on the products. But now this is on everything on real time, meaning to say, okay, the consumptions of the products can be purchased online, okay, can be enjoyed online, and then the customer can actually review the products on at the same time. Okay, just take an example of music, which people are selling online, or movies, okay, Netflix, okay, or whatever, right? You can sell this online. The customer can purchase at that point of time, and then for example, it's a music, they can listen to the music, and if they don't like the music, then they can give the feedbacks or the reviews to what the seller at the same time. So this is what we meant by real time. Okay, we are not like delaying, okay, any of the process in consumptions of a product. And of course, the last one is trusted. Okay, so what we meant by trusted is actually, okay, when we have, okay, the customer, okay, they only, right, according to the what we call, according to this research, okay, not research, to journal that I read, okay, how does trust works in digital economy? Okay, the digital trust is actually depending, okay, on the services of the seller. All right, so if the seller is having satisfactions on these products of the customer, of course, all right, they will decide to maintain their what do you call it, their purchase from the same company, because they already have the trust with the companies. All right, so they already know which companies is a corrupt ones and which companies is the secure company. All right, so with this trust, what they are doing is that it is actually creating, all right, a bond between a user and company that assures, okay, the user that they are receiving whatever they are asking, okay, whatever the product that they want, whatever the product they wanted to consume, okay, in a safe, secure, and reliable manner. So this is what trust meant, okay, because it is easy for you to eliminate, okay, nowadays, which are the companies that can be trusted and which are the company cannot be trusted. Why? Because again, all right, before a consumer, before your buyer wanted to buy the products, okay, they will go online, right? They will search for it, right? So when they search for the information, they will know whether that company is a reliable company or not a reliable company based on whatever reviews that they can have online. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, now I'm taking a few examples from Indonesia. Okay, in how to say in explaining the digital economy further. All right, so first of the first company that I wanted to what do you call that, to make an example is Gojek. I think bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu semua dan mahasiswa semua tahu apa itu Gojek. Okay, so this is the first, okay, on-demand transportation services in Indonesia. Okay, Gojek is actually established, okay, since 2010, okay, and the apps was launched in 2015. Okay, so these apps is actually facilitate anything on demand. All right, so meaning to say, okay, you can what do you call that, you can ask them to send your parcel. You can also ask the Gojek to retrieve your documents. You can ask them to what do you call that, to buy products for you. Okay, so they have these apps. Okay, so it's similar to Uber, all right, and also to Grab. Okay, so basically this is a good how to say, a good companies, right? Because with this Gojek, okay, they has done a lot of goodness towards Indonesia, including improving on the GDP of Indonesia. Okay, so this is the first official startup in Indonesia, actually, Gojek. Okay, and then one of the major drivers of digital economy hype in Indonesia. Okay, so kiranya macam what do you call that, the pioneer, okay, of this digital economy in Indonesia. Okay, next slide. Okay, the next the Gojek is actually under the transportation service. Okay, what are the things that Gojek has given to Indonesia, all right, despite of improving on the GDPs just now? Okay, it is also one, creating new job market. This is similar to Malaysia, all right? Now we have a lot of companies that is providing transportation services, all right? Apart from Grab and apart from, we have the Food Panda, we also have other small startups that is also joining the bandwagon. So what they do is actually they are giving, or they are creating new job market, okay, for those who doesn't have like qualifications, or because of they was laid off, because we know, okay, following the COVID-19, right, a lot of company is actually laying off their workers. But thank you to the digital economy, the gig economy, okay, a lot of people actually can find ways, okay, to actually bring bread on the table again. Okay, so meaning to say, when they are being laying off from one company, that is not the end of the world, and they are not asking from the government, all right, of subsidies or grant just to find them food for the table. But now with the gig economy, actually more and more people can find things to do. Okay, number two is actually this facilitate mobility. All right, so previously, okay, when we don't have this, okay, it is not very mobile, okay, in terms of the transportation service in Indonesia. All right, and then number three is because of the disruptive effect. Okay, now the disruptive effect here actually giving a positive impact. Okay, disruptive effect not necessarily is a negative impact. This one is actually a positive effect, whereby, like I said just now, okay, with the disruption in the transportation service, whereby now everybody need to use the technology, okay, this actually bringing a positive things. One, actually they are giving jobs to people. Okay. Number two, actually they are they make people's life easier, all right, because of the disruptive effect. Last time, when we are talking about transportation service, you have to think about the cab, the taxi. All right. So then the taxi usually they they have certain places where they can get people, but now no longer, because with the apps, okay, with whatever apps we have for the transportation service, we just going to go on our mobile phone, okay, and then we just going to tell the driver where we are, and then they are going to come to us, and then to bring us to various places. Okay, so this disruptive effect is a positive one, okay, whereby it makes our life easier. Okay. However, all right, there is one there is one thing that we need to be warned with this the transportation service, is because of the unsupportive regulations. Okay, there are a lot of regulations, okay, for this transportation service. All right, so moving forward, what the governments need to do, or what the global need to do, is to come up with a standard, okay, a standard regulations for the gig economy, especially in terms of the transportation service, or the fintech, or the consumer, because right now we does not have one supportive regulations. That is the reason why we can see, all right, I'm not sure about Indonesia, but in Malaysia, right, I think there are maybe 2 events or 3 events whereby, okay, the Food Panda Food Panda cyclists, okay, motorcyclists, they have mogok, okay, because of they thought that the the payment that they got is not according to the jobs that they already given. Right, so this is the reason why, okay, they don't want, they are requesting, okay, from the authority to come up with standard regulations, so that their payment is according to whatever the services that they already given to the customer. All right, next slide, please. Okay, now based on the the logo there, you know that I am going to talk about the fintech in Indonesia, or financial technologies in Indonesia. Okay, kitabisa.com and GoPay is among the companies that is providing fintechs in Indonesia. Okay, these are the companies that are the enabler for the digital economy, right? So they are now, okay, the fintech players is actually growing, and they grow, right, double, okay, at any point of time. Okay, so what they do is actually they are promoting financial inclusions. Okay, so compared to the transportation services just now, all right, in terms of the fintech, okay, the governments, not only in Indonesia, but also in Malaysia or any parts of the world, they are supporting the fintech. All right, because they wanted to ensure that everybody is included in terms of the financial services in certain country. All right, so and then one of the examples is the regulations of P2P fintech lending in Indonesia. Okay, now with fintech Indonesia, all right, this has make it easy, okay, for the companies as well. Okay, taking one example is crowdfunding. Okay, so crowdfunding is actually, okay, they are arising from the fintech. Okay, so instead of these businesses go to the governments, okay, to ask for loans, all right, or to ask for assistance, okay, financial assistance in their business, all right. So what they do is that they will go to the investors. Okay, how they go to the investors is by going online. All right, and then they're creating what they call as a crowdfunding. Okay, here what they are doing is that they are promoting their products or their business ideas. Okay, and then hoping that a lot of new investors, okay, will invest inside their companies. Right, so that is what fintech is doing. Okay, and a lot of companies is actually successful using the crowdfunding. Okay, in return, okay, what the company is giving to the consumer or to the investor is that certain maybe they are going to give like certain share, okay, of the companies if the companies is successful in the future. Or all right, some of the crowdfunding also, the win-win situation scenario is whereby they promise, okay, those that is investing to their companies, to their products, to their business idea is that, okay, those people will get a certain benefit, such as like when the products is in productions and they are ready, okay, the consumer or the investor will get the products in a lesser amount of cost. All right, so crowdfunding is actually what do you call that? A good example of fintech. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, the last example that I'm going to give is about e-commerce. Okay, in Malaysia, we have like Lazada, we have what do you call that? Now I cannot remember. Dark. Okay, and then in Indonesia we have Tokopedia, Bukalapak.com, and then there are a few others. All right. So actually, all right, what the e-commerce has done is that they are changing the landscape of the traditional commerce. All right. So now people are no longer going to brick and mortar businesses. Okay, what they do is that when they wanted to buy the products, they will just go online and see whether can they buy the products online. Example will be Shopee. All right, another example will be Shopee or Alibaba. Okay, so what e-commerce has done, similar to what do you call that, the transportation services just now, is actually, okay, new job creations in the SMEs, okay, small, medium, and enterprise. Okay, a lot of companies is like in Malaysia we call it like cendawan tumbuh. All right, every day we can see a lot of new companies entering into the market. Why? Because of the e-commerce platform. Right, everybody can sell everything now. Right, you have an idea, you just go to the platform and you just open up your business there. So in a way, actually, this is creating a new opportunity for the SMEs. All right. Number two is actually because of the wider audience. Okay. If, for example, we take like businesses 20 years ago, the audience for the commerce will be in the area where the companies is operating. But now this is totally different. Okay, because of now the audience can be anywhere. Okay. That's why I said just now, there is no more there is no more border. Okay, and there is also no time frame for people to do business. Okay, so because of this, the trades become expanded. Okay, more people we can sell our product not only in our own region but also from other regions. Okay, and again, there is also a disruptive effect similar to the transportation services which I mentioned just now. Right, next slide, please. Okay, so we come up to what is the positive effects of digital economy, right? Similar to the characteristics that I already discussed just now, okay? The first one of the positive effects of digital economy, it promotes innovation and also creativity among the businesses, all right? Like I said, if the businesses wanted to be parts of the market, then they need to innovate themselves a lot of time. All right. So maybe what do you call that? The products, okay. Another thing why they need to be innovative is because now consumer, okay, they have the rights, okay. They will choose the companies that is following their requirements and their needs. So with that, businesses need to be more innovative, okay, because consumer, they are following the trends, okay. So that is the reason why we see now taking an example of mobile companies, all right, like the Apple, Samsung, okay, they come up with their products, new products every year, okay. So why they need to do that? It's because they need to compete between each other. They need to be innovative in coming up what does the customer want, right? They need to always think what customer wants, what customer requirements, right? Because now it's no longer mass customization, right? Now it's like individuals, right? You need to have that relationships with the customer. How you're going to have that relationship is becoming innovative, right? Listen to what the customer wants. Second, okay, positive effects of digital economy is that it is also, okay, creating transparency. Like I said previously, okay, the informations about the products, informations about the company, all right, it's all lies in with the seller. But now this has changed because the seller needs to be transparent because they wanted to buy the trust from the customer. Okay, so that's why the new digital economy is actually promoting transparency. Okay, the next one is that we can see the accelerations in e-commerce. Okay, we can see that a lot of companies now actually joining the e-commerce. All right. Previously, okay, if we talk about 10 years ago, maybe they are still skeptical in joining the e-commerce. But, okay, lately, especially after the, the COVID-19, okay, a lot of companies now actually joining the platform and joining the e-commerce. All right, so we can see that the future of e-commerce is on the rise again, okay. Sorry, there is a double entry there, innovations. Okay, I already talked about innovation in the first point. Okay, the next one is the positive effects of digital economy. Of course, it is actually improving the gross domestic what do you call that GDP rates in Indonesia. All right, not only in Indonesia but almost all parts of the world. Okay, because the bigger, all right, the digital economy, it's the better for each of the countries. And the last one, of course, digital economy is actually increasing job opportunities and also providing jobs for those that are seeking job. Okay, that's why we have a lot of people that is joining the gig economy now. All right. Next slide, please. Okay, so this comes to our last slide. Okay, our last slide is actually moving forward. Okay, what is there in the digital economy? All right, so the digital technologies, okay, is actually now is touching more and more aspects of the economy. Okay, in terms of how the product is made, in terms of the services that is going to be delivered to the customer, all right, in terms of how the transactions is being conducted, and also how the operations of the businesses are being performed. So everything is tied back to the digital technologies. All right, so now we are talking on three future, all right, of the digital economy. Number one, okay, the future of the services and also the commerce, right? So now organizations today, they are taking, okay, a digital by default approach, okay, to serve their customer, okay, in terms of their services and in terms of the production. So therefore, the majority of the government and banking transactions, okay, now they have to join this social economy, right, or the digital economy, right? We need, okay, the finances or the banking to be there as well, right? So that is the reason why we say that this will be the future of the services and commerce, because more and more companies are going online. So the support for these companies online is, of course, from the government and also the financial institutions as well. So, like it or not, those people, all right, they have to change their services as well. Okay, that is number one. Number two, we are talking about the future of operations and work. Okay, digital economy is also changing how work is conducted within the organizations. Okay, with having said that, all right, now there is an increasingly how to say automations, okay, automated operations and location gnostic working cultures, meaning to say it is not bounded by locations anymore. All right, so one of the journal was saying that by 2025, okay, it is predicted that every 10,000 employees in the manufacturing sector, okay, will be accompanied by 100 robots. Okay, so we are talking here, all right, saying that, okay, previously we are highly dependent on human, okay, but what digital economy has bring in, okay, this how to say, the way that people are doing work is now changing. Okay, a lot of companies, when we go, we can see a lot of robots or the programs that is helping the companies, not only in the manufacturing sector. We are also talking in terms of the port sector. Okay, apart from the ports, the warehouse. Okay, so all of this, right, they are changing now. Okay, and then having said so, okay, at the same time, okay, now the working culture will also change. All right, as a matter of fact, okay, working culture is actually has experienced, okay, a dramatic shift for the past 3 years, okay, since we have the beginning of COVID-19. All right, now if we go to any organizations, if we are talking to them about hybrid work models, okay, to them is something not new. All right, so now more and more company is promoting hybrid work model, okay, whereby it is not the working condition is not constrained, okay, by these locations of the employees, locations of the office, locations of the other resources. Okay, so they are not really working. I mean, companies does not need to how to say, give them the traditional infrastructure anymore. Right, so employees can now actually work from home. So this is what the future of the digital economy, right? Hybrid models. Okay, and then the last one is about the future of consumers and living. Okay, so digital economies actually giving a significant impact on the home life. Right, so example, right, there are a lot of intelligent devices, okay, that has been produced, okay, to help people in their homes. Okay, and this trend is going to be how to say, it's going to continue, it's expected to continue again. All right, whereby by 2025, okay, about 20 billion smart home device will be inoperated, okay, with 14%, okay, from this 20 billion, okay, families, okay, are going to have a smart domestic robot at home, and 90% of people are using personal assistants on their smart device. People no longer need a personal assistance. Why? As long as they have their mobile, then they are okay. All right, so the intelligent devices is playing a role, okay, in the consumer, all right, to interact with the businesses. Okay, so having said so, okay, in moving forward, meaning to say a lot of investment, okay, need to be invested, okay, in three things, which is the artificial intelligence, the cloud, as well as the 5G, because these three things is actually the catalyst for the growth of the digital economy. Okay, I believe, okay, with that, okay, I will finish my my session here, all right, and then I will pass that to the moderator again. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Dr. Rasidah Kamaruzaman, for the extraordinary and insightful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue on the Q&A, I would like to mention our sponsor for this international webinar.
Taman Rainbow.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to Q&A session with Mrs. Rasidah. If you have any questions about the materials deliverance from Mrs. Rasidah, please use raise hand icon in the Zoom. Okay, so we have a question in here, yeah. Okay, thank you. First one is Mrs. Rasidah. The first one is from Chrissy from Al-Ghifari University. She asks, as the digital economy grows, what should be done to face the competition in online marketing that is growing at this time?
Okay.
That is
Thank
the
you.
first. Yes.
Do you want me to answer first, or you want to what do you call that? Ask all the questions and then I answer.
Yes. I think we should ask all the questions, yeah. So you
Okay.
can answer it like wholly.
Okay. Okay. Sure. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Rasidah. This is from Khoiru Baria from Medan State University. He asked two questions. As a university student, How do we cultivate one's entrepreneurial spirit, whereas a student often focus on the world of lectures? The second questions, are there any challenges or obstacles in utilizing this digital world to build a business? And the third asker from Miss Isma from Digital Technology University. But the problem is the network of investors who want to build a factory has been built and the innovator is very good, namely metallurgical coal briquettes. And there's from Aulia, the fourth questioner from Pasundan University, how to deal with challenges or economic crisis to develop a digital economy for developing countries. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, moderator. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I will answer the questions to the best of my knowledge. I'm hoping that this can help the student as well. Okay, for the first questions, thank you very much to those who are giving the questions. Okay, the first one is for Chrissy from the Universitas Al-Ghifari Bandung. Okay, the questions that she asked is that as the digital economy grows, okay, what should be done to face the competition in online marketing? Okay. Actually, this is my topic. I really love talking about digital marketing because I always give like what do you call that, consultancy services to SMEs in Malaysia. All right. So I always tell them, all right, to make sure, right, in order for you to compete with one another, is that you have to be very creative in marketing your products. Okay, so the first thing is that, okay, because now almost everybody is turning into the online platform, okay, for the marketing, right? So you have to be stand out from the rest of the people, right? And then the most important thing is content. Content is king. All right. So when you wanted to market the products, okay, people look at your content, right? That is very important because we can see that day in, day out, when we go to the social media platform, right? This is what we see. Okay, a lot of advertisement is online, right? So you have to make sure that your advertisement stand out from the rest of the people, right? So that's why you cannot base your how to say your the way that you promote your products like before, okay, because now everything changed. Okay, so make sure you have a good content, make sure you have the latest technologies, the latest tools in promoting the products online. Okay, so that's how you can compete with the rest of the businesses. Okay, number two, the questions from Miss Khairul Baria from Medan State Universities.
Yes.
Okay, she was asking how to cultivate the entrepreneurial spirits among the students, okay, because they are focusing on the world of lectures. Okay, right. How to say? Actually, everybody, okay, everyone has the entrepreneurial spirit. It's just how that you are going to use that entrepreneurial spirit into the optimized level. All right, because everybody, I believe, among the mahasiswa, okay, they have these entrepreneurial ideas. Okay, what they need is that they need to actually kembangkan this idea, all right, so that they can start. Okay, the first step that is very important is that, okay, you must start your business. All right, when you have the ideas, if the ideas is lies on the back of your head, it's not going to become a good ideas until you really implement it. Okay, as simple as selling how to say like now I'm not sure whether in Indonesia they have this kind of Shopee's types of business model whereby you don't have to keep any stock, all right? You just have to start by promoting the product. So this is actually an entrepreneurial ideas. Okay, you don't have to keep stock, but you just sell the products on Shopee. You just promote the product that you wanted to sell, right? We have a lot of examples in the world whereby you don't have to have a lot of how to say, a lot of what do you call that, modal first. Okay, what is modal in bahasa English? I cannot remember now. See, that's why
Mo-
you
Modal
don't
is
need a
modal.
capital. Okay, capital. Okay, you don't need a lot of capital to start your business, right? You can just start with the smallest capital as long as you are brave enough to actually implement your ideas. Okay, and number two, are there any challenges or obstacles in utilizing the digital world to build a business? Yes, there are a lot of challenges. Okay, the first challenges comes from yourself. Okay, because sometimes people were too afraid to start doing business online. Okay, so that will be the first challenges. If you can actually really go online and sell the products, and even if you don't get a customer, but at least that is the first steps. Okay, so that is your first obstacles that you already killed. Okay, second challenges, okay, in selling business online is that there are a lot of competitors. All right, with a lot of competitors, meaning to say you have to be different from others. Okay, so go back to the porter, what do you call that, porter business. Okay, business models. Okay, you have to be you have to give them something different. Okay, even though the product is the same, but you can differentiate in terms of your example, in terms of your services, in terms of your how to say, in terms of your advertising, in terms of your promotions. Okay, so because we know, all right, everybody is selling online, so why must customer go to you? So that will be your second challenges. Okay, if, like I said, is that you need to be someone that is how to say, you need to be very brave. Okay, you need to be the first people that is introducing something different. Okay, so then you can be very successful. All right, and other challenges, for example, like people are going to copy your products, right? Copy paste, that is normal. Okay, that is what we call in the academics as a plagiarism. Okay, same like businesses, a lot of people, they plagiate your idea, right? So when this is happening, okay, don't make yourself down, all right? But instead, okay, you find other ways on how you can promote your business online. Okay, and others is maybe types of the business. Okay, challenges in terms of types of the business. For example, like maybe they have certain law that you need to look out, okay, in promoting your products. Okay, so these are the challenges that we are talking in terms of building the business online. All right, and then the third one is for Miss Isma Fauzia, okay, from Digital Technology University. All right, saying that you want to build coal briquettes, but the problem is the network of investors who want to build a factory from scratch, because the factory has been built and the innovation is very good, namely metallurgical coal briquettes. Okay, this is when I said this now. Okay, I am not sure I get what you are trying to ask. Maybe you are trying to get the customer, or maybe you wanted to start the business. If you wanted to start the business, right, that is where I said just now, you can start with a crowdfunding. Okay, because like you said, your innovation is very good, but how are you going to buy to buy in these ideas? Okay, with your customer, is that you need to do a crowdfunding with them. Okay, you need to tell them what is your metallurgical coal briquettes, tell them what is the benefits, what it does, okay, to the building. All right, so that it will actually get their buy-in first. Okay, that if you wanted to start and selling the products. But if you already have the products, okay, the best way, again, okay, you need to be very innovative, okay, in selling your products, because we know that your what do you call that, your customer, oh, hang on, here you are talking about network of investors. All right, so meaning to say your problem is my number one just now, the one that I mentioned just now. Okay, so what you need is that you need to, okay, build the confidence, build the trust in terms of the investors by having like maybe you can do a short documentary on your metallurgical coal briquettes, and from there you are pleading, okay, you are pledging your documentary to the crowdfunding investors. Okay, so from there, then they will see, you can see whether they can buy the ideas or not. Okay, so I'm hoping that will answer your questions. And then Aulia, okay, you are asking how to deal with challenges or economic crisis to develop a digital economy for developing countries. Okay, all right, here, when you are saying, okay, you have the economic crisis, okay, the impact of economic crisis is people don't want to spend their money to buy the products. Okay, but because of this is digital economy, all right, what you can do is that in terms of the in terms of you are promoting the products, okay, in terms of how the companies to promote their products so that they still can get people to buy the products. Okay, even though people what do you call that, in during the economic crisis, okay, their objective is to save more, okay, and then spend less. But what you are trying to do, it's because you wanted them to spend more, right? But make sure, right, when you wanted to spend, when you wanted the customer to spend their money on your products, you need to tell them exactly why they need to spend that money on your product, so that this will increase back the economic, okay, rather than the customer is saving, so at least they can spend the money. All right, so I'm hoping that that will answer all the questions. Or do you have any more questions for me?
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Rasida, for answering the questions. Ya, terima kasih banyak juga untuk kepada penanya ya yang bertanya mengenai materi yang disampaikan oleh Dr. Ibu Rashidah Kamaruzaman. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, let us continue. Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to Mrs. Rasida. There's a certificate given by Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, SPDI. Please, Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, share the screen.
Okay, thank you. I would like to thank you, Ms. Dr. Rasidah Kamarul Zaman, for the material presented at today's international webinar. Here, I submit a certificate of appreciation as a research person. Please. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the certificate.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a photo session. Please open up the camera. Please open up the camera. We have a photo session with our first keynote speaker, Mrs. Dr. Rashidah Kamarul Zaman. Okay. Okay. Are we ready?
Okay, ready, Mr.
Okay, thank you very much. On cue. Yeah. Please eyes on the camera on cue. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, is it done? Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for opening up the camera. Because we have already go through the first panel discussion, ladies and gentlemen, let us go into our second discussion. Let me kindly inform you about our second keynote speaker's biography. Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you uh, about the biography of Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, SA, MM, CHA. Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, SA, MM, CHA is currently working in PT Mutu Pesona Indonesia, Depok as the director of the company. He is also working as a head of professional tourism certification and a head of local tourism promotion. He is also currently working as a senior lecturer in STIE Ganesha Jakarta with his specialization in management. He was graduated from STIE Penguji Sukabumi in 2010, and then he continued to postgraduate degree in Universitas Adirajasa Reswara Sanjaya and graduated in 2020. He has achieved several professional certifications from his previous studies, such as ASEAN Toolbox Assessor, BNSPRI Certification of Competence, Certified Hotel Administrator. Ladies and gentlemen, let us greet our keynote speaker, the director of PT Pesona Indonesia and the chairman of the Association of Indonesia Tourism Vocational High School. Indonesia Tourism Vocational Schools, Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, SA, MM, CHA. Mr. Hadi, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Bapak Moderator, and good morning, everybody. And I would like to say thank you to Bapak Rektor Universitas Teknologi Digital, Professor Dr. Insinyur M. Budi Jatmiko, and also the chairman of diploma program Magister Management, Dr. Insinyur Eka Purwanda, and the first speaker from Malaysia, Dr. Rashidah, and the committee of the international webinar from Management Inovasi Universitas Teknologi Digital. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Like the first speaker, actually, I would like to share what we have done currently until now since 2018, because besides as a director at one company in Depok, Jakarta, Also, I'm in charge as the chairman of Indonesian Association for Tourism Vocational High School. Let me share the PPT. Can you open, because the operator, can you open so I can share my screen through from me, but because still disabled. Okay, I cannot share my screen.
Share
but
screen.
share screen from me, but okay, so I can
Yes.
share. Can you open it? Okay, thanks. Okay, you have seen the PPT, Pak, ya? I would like to share about what we have done since 2018 until now regarding the synergy of vocational education with hotel industry, basically in hotel industry, because I'm in charge as the chairman of Indonesian Association for Tourism Vocational High School since 2017 until now. In 2018, we have declared one program for tourism vocational high school in Indonesia. We call 1GM1 Tourism Vocational School. When we have the national coordination meeting in Bali in 2018 and attended and opened by His Excellency, the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Arif Yahya, we declared this program. The reason why, because we have been shared with all the vocational schools, especially in tourism vocational school, we have the problem for the quality of alumni, the quality of the graduates from vocational high school. So that's why, because of since I graduated from National Hotel Institute in Bandung, 93, and I've been working in hotel industry since 93 until now, actually, we have seen that we have an issue in the quality of the employee graduates from the tourism vocational school. So that's why we declare this program 1GM1 SMK. We call it SMK is the name in Indonesia, vocational high school. We are going to implement the 3C, namely curriculum, certification, and center of excellence. We have been cooperated also with Indonesian Hotel and General Manager Associations and include the Association of Tourism Vocational School. We have been analyzed that we have the complaint from industry why they have always, most of them have the unskilled worker from the SMK, from the vocational high school. Based on the data that the unemployment almost 11% coming from graduate from tourism vocational school, from SMK. The complaint from industry, why schools are still using old material subject to teach. There are a lot of new materials in industry that are not being shared. And also like soft skill from the alumni of vocational school, like of attitude, working ethos, and fighting spirit from the alumni. And also the most important, we are talking all over in Indonesia, not on the big city, but all over in Indonesia. We have found the lack of digitalization mastery from the students and also from the teachers. This is the main problem. We have a gap. We have a gap between industry and school. They have still ego Industry still talking about industry side, school still talking about education side. No link and match. So that's why 1GM 1 SMK program we declare on 2018. We have been talking about the solutions now. We have been traveling in 30 provinces in all over Indonesia, 4 to go now. We give them the solutions in connection between industry and school, and we give them solutions to stop using very old curriculum, industry classes, and digitalization. We are talking about e-commerce, OTA, online travel agents, VHO, virtual hotel operator, like about. Maybe I can mention one brand of the VHO virtual operator, Red Doors maybe, yeah, or Airi, and so on. And Ms. Rashida already talking about digitalization in marketing also. And hotel industry now on this era. But education now, we have a gap between industry now and education, vocational education right now. We have very a few step difference between industry and also education vocational. Tourism vocational school human resources right now. This is the ideal conditions, the main competencies of the teachers, pedagogic competencies, personal competencies, social competencies, and professional competencies. But in fact, the real condition right now, the teachers in Indonesia, especially in vocational high school, majority coming from non-practitioner teachers. They are coming from the general education. Extend teachers. Extend teacher means, for example, the math teachers becoming the front office teachers, the biology teachers becoming the food and beverage teachers. That's the extent teachers. Double function teachers in Indonesia since 2018 actually, the government already opened the double function teachers. Means beside they teach the math subject, they also teach the front office subject. Something like that, yeah. And almost 90% of the vocational high school teachers coming from non-vocational background. That's the real condition right now. So that's why 1GM 1 SMK program is the solution, because we bring the virus of industry to school. We bring the ethos or the working ethos of the professional to school. This is the data of the vocational school in Indonesia. Most of them, 74%, dominated by private school. And the tourism vocational school are on top 4 in Indonesia, at total 2,435 schools. And this is total of students. 53% dominated by students from private school. We are talking about link and match. Since we declared the program of 1GM1 Tourism Vocational School, we are talking about the curriculum, certification, and center of excellence. We are going to implement also of the strategy of vocational school revitalizations, which is already declared by the President's decree since 2016, revitalizing the curriculum, development of teachers and students, cooperation with tourism industry and graduates. We are going also to transforming the tourism human resource to win global competitions in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. And the GM roles are coming as the mentor, as the trainer, as the coach, and also the facilitator for the tourism vocational school, for the teachers, and also for the students. And sorry, can you please mute the mic? Okay, thank you. This is the 10 of implementations. 10 strategy of implementations. The most important The most important is developing in human resources, which is headmaster, the teachers, and also the students. That's the first point. The point number one, to develop the headmaster, the teachers, and also the students. Number two is the knowledge of PMS, the property management system, and also digital friendly. Nowadays, the hotel industry, for example, we have in several countries, the hotel already implement the digitalizations. For instance, when the guests would like to make room reservations, they just press the gadget. When the guests would like to pay the payment for a room, they just send through the M-banking. When they are going to check in, they just press the gadgets and they got the barcode for the room key. When the guests enter the hotel, they don't meet with any single hotel employee. They just go through the rooms and they just push the barcode and the room door open. When they are going to order the food, they just press the food, the Go Food, and when they are going to check out, they just press the gadgets. What it means that digitalization in hotel industry already implemented. Nowadays in hotels, several hotels already implement this. So that's why we push the education, the vocational school to implement this digital friendly, because the hotel industry is already there right now. The point number three is link and match. We are going to bring the virus of hotel industry, the industry, to educational, working performance, motivations, material mastery, familiar with hotel industry technology, like OTA, like e-commerce, like Ms. Rasida just mentioned before about the marketing strategy through digitalizations. The hotel industry already implement this. Point number four is industrial classes and project-based learning. Industrial classes means that since the beginning of the students enter the vocational high school, several students already recruited by the hotel industry, already interviewed by hotel industry to go to the special classes, which is called industrial classes. For example, if I may mention one sample. In Indonesia, we have implemented in Pontianak when one hotel vocational school cooperated with the Mercure Hotel Pontianak. We create the industrial classes of Mercure Pontianak. We interview and we recruit 25 students since the beginning of the first class, in SMK. 50% industrial and 50% in school, 50% in practical and 50% in theory. When they graduate from the school, minimum the standard of the Mercure Hotel, they already got it. And the Mercure Hotel all over Indonesia already have the human resources to be recruited when they need it. The point number four, curriculum based on hotel industry standard. I'm going to explain in the next chapter. This is the video tutorial in practice and theory. We have also cooperated with Indonesian Hotel General Manager implement this tutorial. We have sent through YouTube, etc., about how to making a bed, how to make up bed, how to set up the table, and so on, how to handle check-in, how to handle check-out through video tutorial. The point number 7 is legal foundation of hotel operation practice. In several schools, they have the EduTel, education hotel. Yeah, we have made the role model of how to operate the EduTel based on the hotel operation system. We have set up in East Java, in SMK number 1 Buduran Sidoarjo, as the role model how to operate the EduTel based on the hotel industry system. We have already implemented the PMS, the property management system. They know we have trained the teachers and also the students how to handle check-in and check-out through the hotel system, by the system. So that's why the technology impact to education system already in place, and we have created one role model EduTel in East Java. The point number 8, setting up education hotel based on hotel industry standard. Number 9, certification on students and teachers competency. And right now in Indonesia, we are going to implement the standard of Asian Toolbox standard, because the ASEAN Economic Community already happened now, and we have to standardize our human resources, especially in tourism vocational school. Number 10 is becoming of center of excellence in English, because we have still lack of knowledge about the English. This is the operation manual. The operation manual that we are going to set up in hotel vocational school all over in Indonesia. We still have the problem with the digitalization in several areas, and mostly in the second city, not in the big city. In big city like Jakarta, Bandung, Jogja, and Bali already done it. But in second city, like in Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and maybe Papua, we still have the connection problem in several areas, and so that's why we need to set up this hotel operation manual. We are talking about the organization chart for the operation manual 1. We are using the 5-star hotel organization chart. We ask them to create, to inform all students since the beginning about the hotel organization charts, from the lowest position until the highest position, from the lowest position until the GM positions. Why we have to do that? Because we have to give the information, we have to give the dream to all students that they will have the career path in hotel industry. This number 2 is job list, standardized of alumni profile. Job list means even in KKNI is a Kerangka Kualifikasi Nasional Indonesia, is in Indonesian standard. The alumni of hotel vocational school on the on number 2, yeah, which is the positions after graduates from the school is the lowest position. For example, in front office, the front desk, reception, bellboy, in housekeeping, room boy, roommaid, public area attendant, and restaurant, being the waiter and waitress. That's the job list. That's a job specification, standards of occupation requirement. We need to inform all students since the beginning. If they have a plan, they have a dream to become the front desk, for example, they know already since the beginning that the occupations requirement for the front desk. Yeah. Job descriptions or we know already. And talking about the operation manual 2. We are going to talk about the action toolboxes now. We frankly speaking that there is still a gap. Yeah, there is still a gap between industry and the vocational high school right now. But we are going to start to set up to go to the SN standard. Even we still have the gap, but we need to do that. The general training, we are going to talk about departmental training list and synchronization between competencies unit and hotel industry SOP, task list and task breakdown. This is the sample of link and match implementations. Yeah, again, link and match implementations. For example, this is the position for the reception, the bachelor, the concierge. We have 3 standards, and they have different languages. The first one, talking about unit competencies unit in KKNI, based on KKNI, tourism, decisions number 5, 2022. We talk about 12 competencies units and 14 optional. This is based on Indonesian, ya. Melakukan kerjasama dengan kolega dan pelanggan. This is one language. The second one is talking about in action toolboxes standard. Core competence, work effectively with collect and customer. This is the different language with the SOP of hotel industry. If we are going to find the SOP of work effectively with collect and customer in hotel industry, we will not find it. So that's why we divided into 2 subjects. The first is work effectively with collect, and the second is work effectively with customer. We find that the SOP of hotel industry about work effectively with collect include how to fill in logbook, how to read logbook, how to attend in briefing, how to issue internal memo, how to distribute night audit report to other department, greeting standard, how to hand over house bank to next staff. That's the work effectively with collect. And the second one, work effectively with customer. The SOP are include, this is the sample, greeting standard, handling customer complaint, how to receive incoming call from guests, courtesy call, how to create contract rate with company, how to arrange meeting package, how to give a discount to guests, etc. This is the link and match between the competency unit in SM toolboxes and SOP in hotel industry. We are going to teach all students and also include teachers about this SOP, because we have to bring the fires of industry to school, to educations in Indonesia. This is task breakdown. If we have already find out the SOP of hotel industry linked to SM toolboxes and also KKNY, the thing that we have to do after that is to make the task breakdown. For example, task breakdown, how to handle complaint. The step, what are the steps? The step number 1 is greetings. How to greet the guests. The standard is good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. If you know already the guest name, good morning, Mr. Hadi, and so on. After greetings, offering the help. How to offer the help? The key standard is smile, body language, and the standard sentence here, how to offer the guest, how may I help you? If in bahasa Indonesia, ada yang bisa saya bantu. And so on until we thank you to guests. Yeah, that's one sample. This is the industrial classes training plan. We have already implemented this in several schools in West Kalimantan, in East Java, and also in South Sumatra about this. the training plan. So we know exactly what to do. We know exactly what to give. We know exactly what to teach, and we know exactly how to role play, how to do role play. 50 training, SOP, role play, SOP, role play. That's what we have to do to all students. And this is good because totally different with the last curriculum, and this is really industrial classes bring to educational school. Program per level, the grade 1, the first classes, basic knowledge of hotel, basic knowledge of property management system, hotel system, role play. Grade 11, preparation on the job training and role play. On-job training program in hotel industry minimum for 6 months. Grade 12, certification, introduction of industrial from standard, selection and interview standard. This is the industrial classes, which is recruitment. Since recruitment, teaching and learning activity, practice and theory based on hotel is standard 60% practice and 40% theory. And we did it already in Kalimantan. We did it already in Pontianak and also in East Java. Hotel GM and the head of department as the facilitator and trainer for the school, for the headmaster, for the teachers, and also for the students. For the informations, since last year, we have already sent the teachers to have on the job training, even only 1 month in hotel. If the teacher of front office, the teachers have on the job training in front office department, they do handle check-in, they do handle check-out, they do handle complaint, and they do how to report, how to make the reception report until being the supervisor. Also for the housekeeping teachers, they do as the room boy, as the roommate, how to make up room, how to clean the bathroom, how to handle complaint, how to make the room assignment, and so on. Also for the food and beverage teachers, they do have training in the restaurant, how to set up table, how to take the order, how to bring the food for guests, and so on. This is very good action from the government to send the teacher of the vocational school to industry. They really get the real industry. Micro management training for hotel industry, and hopefully we have the ready human resources for hotel industry. This is the sample of the general training plan: handling customer complaint, grooming standard, greeting standard, corporate culture and values, sanitation and hygiene standard, hotel terminology, emergency procedure, departmental training, and so on. In front office, we have 162 SOP. Housekeeping, we have 137 SOP. Food and beverage service department, we have 113 SOPs. And FB product department, we have 37 SOP. And all SOP based on the PMS, property management system for hotel system. So already in place. If the students would like to know the SOP of handle check-in, for example, and they forgot the SOP, they just view in the computer and to look the SOP of handle check-in. Conclusion: digitalizations. Of course, we have to bring the technology hotel industry to school, bring the virus of industry to vocational school activity. Remember that the function of teachers cannot be replaced by technology. Yes, it is. But the teacher who cannot be familiar with technology will be easily replaced. Marriage between industrial and vocational school is a must. That's what we have done in several areas, in several provinces since 2018 until now. This is the picture of in several area in South Sumatra, in Kalimantan, and also in East Java for the program 1GM1 SMK implementations, and also in Malang, in Bali, yeah, in Banten. That's all. And this is the quote: "A teacher is someone who are willing to teach without stopping to learn. Remember, a great man can create many masterpieces, but a great teacher can create thousands of a great men." Thank you very much for all participants, and I get back to the moderator. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, SA, MM, CHH, for insightful speech. Now, let us continue to Q&A session with Mr. Hadi Sutrisno. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, please use raise hand icon in the Zoom. Or you can use the chat box on the dialogue in the Zoom provided. So, Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, there is two questioner that want to ask you about what you have delivered in this webinar.
Yeah.
The first one is from Mickey. He or she, said, what are the opportunities and challenges during and after COVID-19? That is the first one. The second one is, how is the impact of virtual tours on the social community due to no real interaction? And the third, from Mr. Punki, what are the company's preventive actions in responding to the negative effects of the development in digital economy?
Okay, thank you very much. The first question from Mickey, after COVID, we realized that tourism is the first sector get impact by the COVID-19. But we know, we realize also that after COVID, almost 2 years, maybe more than 2 years since 2020, the first quarter 2020 until now, more than 2 years pandemic COVID, tourism sector will be the first one to recover. Now we all knew that pandemic COVID already give also the positive side, like we are doing right now, the virtual Zoom meeting, webinar, and also and so on. And this is the positive impact. Before pandemic COVID, everything is just conventional, but now everything is digitalization. Everything is by technology after COVID, and again include the education system, especially in vocational high school. Implementation of digitalization is a must. Again, is a must. Because the industrial is already there right now. And the second one, what are the company? How is the impact of virtual tours on the social community because there is no real interactions? Yeah, we have the tour. One side that the negative impact by the COVID. By technology is the conventional tour already not there. We have also the problem in program in one program in tour and travel in educational high school, that the virtual tour, there's the positive and negative. Yes, this is the impact of negative from the technology, because, for example, the wholesale tour operator already changed right now. The biggest hotel tour operator in Indonesia already changed right now because of technology. They are most of them are doing the virtual operator. Yes, this is the solutions, but the virtual tour, I think it is not interested to sell by the company right now. Yeah, again, that's the impact, negative impact from the technology right now, virtual. And the third is, what is the question? The third. Pak?
Okay. Okay. The third one is, what are
The
the
current
company's
implementation.
preventive? What are the
Okay.
company's preventive action in responding to the negative effects of the development in the digital economy?
Okay, the preventive actions, yeah, and
Yes.
responding to the negative impact. Like what the best practice. This is the best practice what I have done in my company. My company is we have three sector of business. One is the academy and hotel management, and also the certifications. The preventive actions is we need the company have to change. We have to revitalize the business plan, our business plan, and this is mass digitalization. We are going to certify this the teachers, the professional, and also the students through the system, through the technology, by technology, not direct certifications. For the front office, housekeeping, and also the food and beverage service, yes, we can do it. But for food and beverage kitchens product, we cannot do it because we still need direct assessment for this department. Again, we need to change to prevent preventive actions for the companies to change. We need to adapt with this era. We need to adjust to this area, and digitalization and technology is solutions. That's all, Pak.
There's more
Okay.
new from Fitri. What is the current implementation of the tourism sector in developing the digital economy in Indonesia? And the last one from Koirul Baria. How to build the creative entrepreneurs in the digital area to increase the turnover with capital of MKM or micro, small, medium enterprises.
Okay. Thank you, Ibu Fitri. What is the current implementation of the tourism sector in developing the digital economy in Indonesia? Again, tourism sector is the first sector impact by pandemic, but now after pandemic COVID-19 end, the tourism sector is the first sector recover. Yeah, again, the first sector recover. And implementation of tourism sector in developing digital, we changed already. The tourism sector, especially in hotel industry, already changed. Again, already changed. Most of them, maybe almost 100%, we have to use the technology, marketing, sales and marketing, to do the reservations, check-in system, and key system. Everything is by technology right now, and we have to adapt with this era. And the tourism hotel industry already changed. For example, for the reservation system, we have create the website system for the hotel. For example, if the guest would like to reserve a room or a group, they don't need to send the fax already gone. Fax already gone. Phone already gone. Most of them are through internet, through online travel agents, through the website systems, and so on. Again, the tourism industry and hotel industry need to implement these digitalizations. If if we are going to still insist in the business. And the second one is how to build the creative entrepreneur in digital area to increase the turnover with capital of UMKM. Yes, how to build the creative entrepreneur in UMKM, because increase turnover with the capital. Yes, UMKM is the sector that will bring Indonesia better. UMKM is the sector, so that's why in the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, we bring UMKM to the system. We bring UMKM to digitalization. They can sell through the marketplace and so on. Again, digitalization impact is positive impact for all sector. That's all, Pak.
Oke, thank you very much Bapak Hadi Sutrisno. Saya ingin ini ya Pak ya merecap dalam bahasa Indonesia terkait jawaban dari Bapak Hadi bahwa tourism itu sebetulnya terkena dampak yang terasa sekali ya Pak ya setelah post pandemi.
Betul. Yang pertama kali terdampak.
Yes. Tetapi sekarang tourism sudah mengimplementasi digitalize di mana sangat membantu ya perkembangan tourism tersebut.
Harus
seperti marketing sales, lalu checking system kan seperti yang tadi Bapak sudah berikan ininya ya, contoh-contohnya. Dan karena implementasi ini kedua dari hotel dan customer itu sama-sama saling diuntungkan ya Pak ya.
Betul, betul sekali, betul sekali.
Ya, jadi it is a very positive impact on the tourism side ya. Bapak,
ya. It is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, SMMCHA, for the insightful speech today. Okay, so let's go on. Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, there is a certificate given by Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, SPDI. Please, Mr. Taufik Wahyudin, share the screen.
Thank you.
Amin. Okay, then. I would like, before we continue on the announcement, I would like to ask for Mrs. Rasidah and Mr. Hadi to put two names of the questioner that has most interesting question asked. So please tell us later, yeah, maybe in chat, the operator will ask Mr. Hadi and Mrs. Rasidah who are the questioners that has the most interesting question asked, and then those has the most interesting question, will get a reward or door prize from the committee. Okay, Mrs. Rasidah and Mr. Hadi. Okay, yeah.
Already on chat.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to summarize our international webinar from two of our keynote speakers, yeah, about positive effect, yeah, on the growth, on the digital economy growth. Well, digitalized implementation should have become as our main focus for us to face challenging eras of digitalization. Not only it boosts our GDP, but also gives very positive impact in our daily life as to ease us to access education, restaurant and hotel reservations, and several sectors also get a positive impact. The digitalized implementation will create a lot of opportunities, more advanced information for curriculum and education, and access to tourism sectors such as greeting standard of operational, marketing using media, and teaching using sophisticated media to reach wide range school. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the most interesting question asked is by. Okay, so we have here, yeah, the winner of the door prize. Yeah, first is congratulations to Mrs. Chrissy Wulandari, and for Mr. I guess Mr. or Mrs. Khairul Baria, and Mrs. Aulia, yeah, Mrs. Miki, Mr. Abdul. Oh, Mr. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Miki. Okay, next, Mrs. Isma Fauzia and Mr. Puki. Yeah, congratulations to all the winners of the door prize in this webinar. Please contact the admin, yeah, in here, Dewi, with the number 085622888985, or Camila 08211502118 for the information of taking the door prize. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our end of the session webinar today. Thank you very much for Bandung Digital Technology University and Master Innovation Team for having such a grand event. Much gratitude to both of our keynote speakers, Mrs. Rasidah Kamarul Zaman and Mr. Hadi Sutrisno, for participating in this webinar to share their insightful perspective. Thank you for the audience who has been active asking questions and listening to the material given. Before we close, let me close our event today with pantun. Everyone hopes for a miracle. They rise up from the falls. Future may have many obstacles, but sure we'll reach the goals. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Pak Murato.
Thank you very much,
Thank you, everyone.
Ibu Rasida,
Terima kasih.
nice to know you.
Terima
Nice
kasih,
to
Ibu
meet you.
Rasida.
Pak
Mr. Hadi,
Rektor,
terima kasih
terima
sudah
kasih.
memberikan.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Terima kasih semuanya.
Izin